right, guys, welcome. So I was challenged a couple of weeks ago from a friend of mine who gave me an awesome task to work on. The task itself was pretty simple. He said, all right, Greg, let's make a little thought experiment. You lost everything. Greg, you lost everything. And that's a synonym for you want to do something else. Like you want to try a new business, you want to start a business, you want to become a coach. And it actually forced me to sit down and collect my thoughts on, okay, so what does that mean? Let's start with the obvious. I don't have a gym anymore. I don't have any money. I have no referrals. It's all coming down to me and my creativity. I got one phone line. I got internet. That's all I have. And I have my brain. So the task was, what should I do? What would I do for the next 30 days to get my first clients in my craft, in my business? During a pandemic, so COVID style, no physical contact allowed, obeying all the rules here in Austria. So I sat down and I started to write almost like a guideline for what I would do in day one. Basically feeling miserable about myself, because that's honestly what's going to happen on day one if they take everything away from me. But then I took a different route. I took a different road. And one of my favorite quotes from all time is, it's from Mark Twain. It says, whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it's time to pause and reflect. So what does it mean? Okay, so I want to start a new business. I want to start building up something that I love doing, coaching. And I'm gonna elaborate on that later on. Is how can I still help people when I lost everything? And maybe you out there can draw some conclusions or get some ideas as well. So here's the deal. The majority, what will be the normal way? The normal way would be, okay, I need to do some more education and I need to think about ABCD and investing in this, but you got no money. So basically I would start off with, as I call it, the 7 C's. So clear conception, strong confidence, focus, concentration, stubborn consistency, emotional commitment, good character, and a capacity to enjoy. And I'm going to elaborate on each one. So let's start with the first one. Today's topic is a clear conception. Clear conception of what we want, a vivid vision, and a goal clearly imagined. So for the 30 days, I would envision, all right, what do I want? I want to have 10 clients at the end of the week or at the end of the month, basically. A vision which is, okay, this needs to be growing into something bigger. Obviously, but I'm going to start with one person. That's how I built up my Grex gym here in close to Vienna. And the goal clearly imagined. So I like to think big. So my vision for, even before getting my first client, is I want to establish a new culture, beginning here in Vienna in Austria, that should be seen as like, okay, so there's some staples, right? So Sunday's church, and Friday night you party, you go drink and party with your friends Friday night. But what about establishing an outdoor training rhythm, which means whoever wants to train is going to gather on Saturday at 12 or at 10, doesn't matter, and it becomes almost obvious to grab your sandbags, grab your pack stick, grab a towel, and meet at 12 Saturday at the park. So that's my clear vision. That's my conception. So I wanna bring people together. I want them to have an awesome experience, like 30, 40 minutes of training, barbecue afterwards. All it's going to be outside, and we'll find some solution once the weather gets shitty. So we'll use like carports or big garages or whatsoever. So that would literally be my first step. I would sit down and either do it like this, like speak my vision into a microphone, a video, and post it and see who's up for it. I think not much will happen, right? There's 25,000 videos that are going to be thrown out there, and I'm just among one of them. So I need to maintain, or I need to establish some sort of knowledge for the people. So I gained a lot of knowledge over the last 10 years. So all I would do is I would give them 30 minutes of pure soreness in the beginning, using sandbags and a peg stick and murdering everybody. Take my iPhone, take some videos, document it, let people talk about it, how awesome it feels to get physically and positively destroyed, and start telling my story. Not trying to sell my course or my outdoor thingy, just documenting what I'm doing with all my passion and compassion and energy that I have, putting just one person at a time through an awesome workout, and just throw it out there. So that's basically the first step I would do. So I try to keep it as simple as possible. And we're going to focus in the next one on what building a strong confidence means, so that we can attain that goal that we envisioned in the first one. So this could be used as how to build your own business as a sidekick. Like, you're going to train people for 2 hours on a Saturday. You're going to train people just on the weekends. Like, don't quit your job yet. But if your passion is like in really coaching and helping people, it doesn't take much. It takes maybe a couple $100. And remember, I didn't have any money. So I went to my garage, sold some stuff. So I had some money to buy sandbags, to buy whatever was needed to train like one person. So that's about 150 euros. So I sold a couple of stuff. I bought the equipment, set up an appointment, basically with a friend of mine, and would start training them. So the fun part is, this shouldn't be a theoretical concept. Every single step that we're doing right now, we're going to test it with one of my coaches, one of the interns. And I keep you guys updated how it goes. I'm super curious if we can actually, like, quote unquote, make it, especially in times like this. So I have some theories in my head that it's not going to start with, all right, we need to educate more before you start coaching. I think the coaching eye and everything behind it is just it needs to develop. It needs to develop, and that means you need to train people. Start super simple. Use sandbags and do some squats, do some presses. Let people feel intensity. That doesn't mean we shouldn't evolve from there, but I think that's where all the coaches out there should start. Not nitpicking about macros and reps and perfect sports science, etc. Like, people I want to train are average Joes, soccer moms, and I mean this like from the bottom of my heart. Like, that's literally the people that I love the most, because I think they need the best training in the world, and that means twice a week for 30 minutes. That's it. And you shouldn't be confused too much about, okay, what do I need to teach that person? And I need to dial the nutrition in, and what about the sleep? And now let's just start with moving twice a week for 30 minutes, having an awesome time, actually starting feeling some muscles, actually starting feeling intensity. So we're going to try this. We're going to document it. Obviously, I'm going to run you through each and every single step. And I love the process. I just love the process of building stuff. I just love the process of, okay, I have a theory in my mind. Let's just put it into practice right away. And let's see how it goes. So first step, clear conception of what you want, a vivid vision and a goal clearly imagined. And probably follow Mark Twain and not do stuff that everybody else is doing. All right? Start with one person. Put some passion in it, put some time in it, put some work in it, like over deliver in terms of service and coaching and helping people. Give, and expect nothing in return. All right, guys. Talk to you next time.